Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Rainbow Six Siege Operator Guide. In this video, we will be discussing Lesion, the offensive operator for the SDU CTU. He can wield the T5 SMG and the SIX-12 shotgun as his primary weapons. He can also wield the Q929 handgun as his only secondary, and in addition to these weapons, he can bring in impact grenades or deployable shield into the siege as his secondary gadgets. Now, before we continue, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more Rainbow Six Siege content. I'll always give you guys videos and it'll give you more stuff to watch, so why not subscribe? Anyways, let's begin. Let's start off with his primary weapons. The T5 SMG does average damage on par with the FMG9 and the MP5K. It has an above average fire rate, the same as Bandit's MP7, and has an average magazine capacity of 30 rounds. This weapon also has some nasty recoil if you choose to fire in full auto, meaning it might take a few matches to get the recoil pattern down, but with enough practice you should learn it pretty easily. With a small magazine capacity and average damage, I would recommend only spraying in close quarters combat though. If you have an enemy that's, extremely close to you, just spray away. Aim for center mass, but if you can, aim for the head, like always, and they should die pretty quickly. At mid to long ranges though, I would recommend tap firing and aiming for the enemy's dome piece. At these long ranges, there's no way you're going to just full auto headshot someone or full auto kill someone unless you're really accurate and really good with the weapon. So I would just recommend tap firing and aim for the head. The SIX-12, I'm just going to say the 612, shotgun does lower than average damage, has an average amount of recoil, and a small magazine of 6 rounds. This might sound bad since other shotguns in the game can hold up to 7 or 8 rounds, but the 612 has an insanely fast reload speed for a shotgun. Instead of reloading each shell individually like the other pump action shotguns, it reloads a magazine, meaning you can shoot all 6 rounds and then reload pretty quickly. Just duck behind cover, reload, you got all 6 rounds back. Meaning you won't get caught off guard reloading, or you can just fire more shells faster. If you're like me and you're just not accurate, you shoot all 6, duck behind cover, reload, just shoot all the shells. His only secondary weapon is the Q929. It does average damage, has low recoil, and has a magazine capacity of 10 rounds. Honestly, it's a pretty average pistol and will serve you well in a fight if you need to switch to it. Since it has low recoil, you should aim for the head and use cover. If you do that, you'll do fine. As for his secondary gadget, it's really just a matter of personal preference. If you're more of an anchor and want to defend the objective area with some extra cover, take the deployable shield to hide behind. But if you're more of a roamer and like to traverse the map a lot easier, then take some impact grenades just to blast down some walls and trapdoors. Let's move on to the best part of a new operator, their special ability. Lesion has the ability to deploy 7 cloaked goo mines. Lesion will start the round with 1 goo mine and will gain an additional mine every 35 seconds up to a limit of 7. When these mines are deployed, they are cloaked, meaning they're nearly invisible and extremely hard to see. You can still see them, but it's pretty difficult. When an enemy triggers the goo mine, they will have a green swampy filter applied to their view. They will also be poisoned. They will take 10 damage initially and 8 damage every 2 seconds afterward until the needle is pulled out. This means the poison can kill an enemy if they don't remove the needle. It's also important to know that when an enemy is hit with the goo mine, they can't sprint, they can't run away. So not only are they poisoned and taking damage, but they're also limited on their mobility. And it does take 2 seconds to pull out the needle, so during those few seconds where they're pulling out the needle, they are completely vulnerable to be shot and killed. Now that we know what his ability is and how it works, what are some tactics? The first and easiest tactic is to place the goo mines in the objective room or at its entrances. This will poison any unsuspecting attackers when they try to play the objective, which they kinda have to do to win. And since they can't sprint away, you can easily chase them down and kill them if they try to run. They'll just slowly hobble away and try to cling on to life, but you and your big manly sprinting legs can just run up there and just shoot them. Another tactic you can do is to break barriers leading to the outside once the round starts. Quickly throw your goo mines outside, and if you place the mines in the right areas, you can damage at least one attacker quite a bit before they even enter the building. This can make them an easier kill or could just end up saving their life. Also, it's just really annoying for them to have to deal with, and just it might piss one of the players off and they'll lose focus, and now you'll get into their head. Lesion is the operator that gets into people's heads. Don't quote that. But to be honest, playing Lesion or any trap operator well is all about map knowledge. you need to look at where enemies are most likely to come from and place your traps there. If you have great map knowledge, you'll be a fine Lesion. You need to think about, like, put your mindset, once again I said this in my Ella guide, but put your mind in like the mindset of an attacker. If I was looking at this defense, where would I go? And if once you visualize where the attackers are most likely going to come from, that's where you place your traps, and hopefully you'll hit a few people, and hopefully you'll just be a good Lesion and damage a bunch of the attackers. How about your team? Let's get to the combos and the counters. First, we'll start off with the combos. Lesion can combo well with most operators, since his ability largely depends on the actions of the player playing Lesion, not really their team. So Lesion can technically combo well with any defensive team, but he combos best with other trap operators, such as Frost, Smoke, Bandit, Capcom, and Ella. One combo that I've seen quite a bit actually is a Frost and Lesion combo. An enemy runs into a welcome mat that Frost lays down, and that hits them, and then as they're like, you know, crawling or as they're sitting there, the Lesion mine will go off and actually get the kill. So that's like the, you know, the 1-2 combo to kill operators. Another one that I've seen is the Lesion will place his goo mine, enemy will run into it and get hit with it, and that will start the poisoning effect and damage them a little bit, and they'll just walk into a Capcom trap and that will kill them. So another 1-2 trap combo just to decimate an attacker. If they all use their traps together, it will make one giant mess for the attackers, and it would really keep them on edge, and it would just be really cool to see. So I would play Lesion with other trap operators. The trap operators are really just combos in themselves. Lesion's goo mines can be destroyed either by shooting them or by being struck with an electronic destroying gadget. This means as long as you can see the goo mine, as long as you're searching for them, you can shoot it with any weapon and it will be destroyed. So technically any operator can counter Lesion, but there are a few operators with gadgets that can get rid of mines much easier. These operators are Twitch with their shock drone that can just simply shoot the goo mines, Thatcher with his EMP grenades, which can be thrown and they'll blow up and destroy the goo mines, and IQ with her electronics detector. This will help her, like, it helps so much when it comes to finding goo mines because you can just see the ping and then just shoot them. So I would say that, you know, Twitch, Thatcher, and IQ are your go-tos for really countering any trap operator. That's it for this Lesion operator guide. I want to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Do you like Lesion? Which weapon of his do you prefer? And did you enjoy this guide? I don't know, so let me know down in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing Rainbow Six Siege content. I'm the Battle Moon, and I will see you in the next siege.